Okay then, so welcome to the latest video. It's just going to be based on targeting the core, a bit of flexibility and a bit of work into the waistline obliques. Okay, so first of all, if you just want to get onto your mat, onto your knees, just take your knees apart, your toes together, walk your hands forwards, stick your elbows on the ground, just take your elbows apart, and we're just going to lower the forehead into the mat nice and slow, so we get a good stretch into the central part of the lower back. So just carefully put your head down and hold. So we're just feeling this stretch around about here in the lower back. We breathe and hold. 3, 2, 1. So we lift the head up slowly, and if you just take your hands apart wide, so your fingers are spread out over to them, is we just edge the head beyond the fingertips, and then we're lowering the bum back towards the heels. The idea is we're just giving everything in your back a good stretch out before we get started. Okay, it's a nice steady pace. Breathing in, blowing out. We'll let the head go beyond the fingertips once more, and then we'll just lower your bum back towards the heels once more as well. Okay, so we now put the left hand on the floor, under the face direct, nice straight left arm. Right hand behind your head. If you just bring your right elbow into your left forearm first. Breathing in now, just turning your head to the right as much as you can. So you're getting a good stretch in the right shoulder blade here. 3, 2, 1. And then we'll just change hands. So right hand is flat, under the face direct. Left hand behind head. In comes the left elbow to wrist. Breathing in, just turning head to the left as much as you can. Now a big stretch into that left shoulder blade, upper back area. And then we'll just slide our knees in, bend together. We'll walk the hands out to the right on the angle, nice stretched out arms. Breathing in, folks. If you just sit your bum down onto your heels, and you'll get a good stretch to the left side of your upper back area. So just hold, let the head hang loose. Breathe in, and now walking the fingertips and hands out to your left on the angle. So nice straight arms. Try and sit your bum down again. If you can't sit the bum back, it's fine. You'll still get some stretch going on in the right of your upper back. Hold. And then we'll just walk the hands back in towards the middle. So we will do the central part of your lower back again in a few moments time, but just getting into the side of your waistline and your inner thigh adductor now. So we start with left knee pointing out to the left, left foot flat, the back of your left hand just pressing inside towards your left knee, giving that left adductor a good stretch. Stick your right arm out to the right, breathe in, and if you just lean over to your left now, so you're just getting a double stretch here to the left of your inner thigh and the right of your waistline obliques. Just hold a few seconds, and then warming up the left oblique waistline, we just stick out your left leg to the left straight, your foot faces forwards. Start with a tight tummy, so breathe in, blow out, really draw your abdominals in towards your spine, warming up the oblique. Then we're just going to lengthen your arms out to the left, out to the sides, nice and straight. So option 1, you're just trying to get those fingertips of right hand as close to the floor as you can, tap the floor if you can, or maybe just connect your fingertips together, lean out to your right again, blowing out and breathing in. So we're just feeling some good contraction into the left waistline here. Okay, breathing in, up we come, blowing out, down we go. So we're just going to have one more, giving that left side some great contraction. Breathing in, and as you come up from there, guys, if you can just let your left foot stick out to the side now, walk your hands forwards, hands go flat down, so that's a tight stretch for your left inner thigh. If you want to go deeper, just take the hands further forwards, sit your right glute onto the right heel, drop the head down, just to really get the maximum range of inner thigh stretch here. So 3, 2, 1. So we'll lift the head up from there. And as I said at the start of the video, we're going to work on the core, but we're just focusing on stretch and mobility before we get going. So into the cat stretch curve now, all fours, hands on the shoulders, straight arms, knees under your hips. So just let your head fall, let your head hang loose, press your hands into the floor, folks, chin tucks in, suck your tummy in, and that's going to create a big arch in your upper back now. So just hold that. nice and still. And then lifting your head up, if you can just begin to bring some curve into your lower back, you stick your bum up a little bit and you'll feel that in your lumbar spine. So just hold and breathe. Drop the head again, let it hang loose, press your hands into the floor, chin tucks in, tummy sucks in. Just think of a flame under your core. You'd naturally suck your abdominals in tight, and that'll target the upper spine, cervical area. We then, once again, just keep arms straight as the head comes up slow, tilting that tailbone and feeling that in your lower back. Feel free just to give your head a bit of rotation each way as well. Breathing in, blowing out, getting rid of tension. So from there, your back is just somewhere in between that movement now. Looking down at the mat, if you can just give your hips a bit of a rotation, 2 circles each way, just breathe in and blow out, and then take it round to your right this time. Circle your bum back towards the heels, all the way around for a circle, round to the right. That is just starting to really condition your lower back area. So we now have your left knee down under your left hip. We stick your right foot flat out to the right with right knee bent. You just put the back of your right hand on the inside of your right knee now. Stretch that inner thigh abductor, nice and tall in your upper body. Left arm to the left. Breathing in, just leaning to your right now. Just getting that left side of waistline oblique stretched. And also the right of your inner thigh whilst you're on. Get nice immobilized before we come onto our backs. Okay, so just very carefully slide your right leg out straight. Your foot will face forwards for the time being. Again, tight core. Exhale out, draw that tummy in, and again, whatever you prefer. Option 1, just tap the floor or get fingertips as close to the floor as you can with left hand. Or just connect your hands above head and then blow out as you lean to the left now. Breathing in as we come up, blowing out as we go down, really getting into that right waistline, the muscles which support the base of your core, the obliques. Okay, breathing in as we come up, maybe just a couple more, blowing out and breathing in. We'll have one more, blowing out as you go down. Breathing in as you come up there. Okay, so the lower back is just need to be stretched a bit off as well. So knees are bent together, just take your hands forwards, straighten your arms, chin tucked into your chest, and if you just sit your bum back onto your heels, then drop your head into the floor. Just give those arms, upper back, spine and lower back areas a good stretch all in one. So just hold there, nice and still. 3 and 2 and 1. So we'll lift the head up from there, and we'll get into your abdominal core now. So we're going to target each side of the core. So we'll start on your left side. If you can just have your bum and your spine going in and your head going imprinted down to the floor. So just relax your head on the floor. Just maybe lift your feet off the ground first, wrap your hands around the knees, hug the knees into your middle, folks. Bit of a rock from side to side, massaging that central lower back. Breathing in, blowing out. Okay, so here we go. Just to start off with, if you stick 2 hands or 1 hand under your lower back, just make sure there's not a huge gap there, folks. If there is a little bit of a gap going on, just curve your lower spine. That'll squash your hands. Take your hands away from the lower back, and we'll start with your left leg stretched out straight, right knee bent. So left hand behind your head, right arm above your right shoulder. So we start with a tight core. Breathing in, blow out, suck the tummy into your spine. Breathing in again now, we're going to just lift the head and neck off the ground. So you've got your chin tucked into your chest. That'll be shaking your core already. But if you can now, just lift your left foot off the ground a little bit. So just keep that left leg straight. And you'll be shaking that left side pretty well. If you can though, just breathe in as you lift your right foot off the floor as well. So keep those legs as still as you can. Take a breath in. As you're blowing out now, maybe just lower your right arm down to your right glute area, breathing in, as you come back up, blowing out as you go down, breathing in as you come up there. So we're just making that left side really shake up now and contract, breathing in as we lift, blowing out as we lower, breathing in, up we come. So one more time with that right arm, blowing out as we go down, breathing in as we come up, and just put your head down for a second. Okay, so that's the first move for your left hand side. Now we come to phase 2. So lower back comfortable again, 2 hands behind that head, up to the tabletop we go. So knees bent together, feet together as well. Blow out through that mouth, engage your tummy, breathe in, just carefully scoop your head and neck off the ground. So chin is tucked into your chest. Breathe in. As you blow out, folks, if you can just stretch your left leg out straight, pretty much to the height of your right foot. You can stay there if you like, or breathing in, just lowering your left leg a bit closer to the floor. So you've got that left leg stuck out straight now, legs nice and still, and if possible, with chin tucked into your chest, just let that left arm come alongside your left thigh. Breathing in, maybe take your right arm above your right shoulder. So we're just going to hold this still as well. Legs nice and still, really isolating the left side of your core. If you need a hand behind your head for support, that's fine. Or just challenge yourself with 2 arms up. So just hold this for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put your head down. Okay, so that left side really starting to get going. Okay, so just one more phase for now. We have the right leg stretched out on the floor first of all, left leg coming up to a bent half table knee. So breathe in, exhale out, suck the tummy in, interlock your fingers, place the hands, the palms onto the front of your left thigh. Breathe in, just start pushing your hands into your thigh, folks. If you can though, lift your right foot off the ground a little bit, keep pressing into the thigh, and if possible, just bring your head and neck off the ground. So chin is tucked into your chest, and you're really pressing your hands hard into that left thigh, folks. Squeeze the left side of your core. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then put your head down. And have a bit of stretch off. All right, stick your left arm out to the left leg to half table bent. With your right hand, just push your bent left knee to the right hand side of the mat. Maybe turn your head to the left shoulder as well, and that left side of lower back gets a good stretch release. Breathe in and blow out. Okay, we'll come back from there, and we're just going to do a little bit of work on the hands and knees as well. So just to break up from the core, keep the we'll work on your left hand side of your glute first off. So just stick your hands under the shoulders, nice straight arms, knees under hips, a fairly flat back. So just make sure there's no curve, no arch in your spine. A tight core, blow out, draw the tummy in. Okay, so we stick that left leg behind, we raise a right arm to shoulder height straight, we lift a left leg to the height of your right glute, and we just begin with a bit of steady controlled lowering and lifting of right arm and left thigh. So just targeting the right of your upper back and the left glute heel, folks. Nice steady pace, just trying to keep the limbs level at a steady tempo. So then we'll put the hand and toe down, we'll take a recovery breath, we'll blow out with the navel sucked in, and we'll just raise that right arm and left leg again to shoulder and glute height. Nice straight level limbs, and blowing out now. If you can take a right arm to the right and a left leg to the left, breathing in as you come back in, blowing out as you go apart. So we're just taking this nice and slow, working on that left side of your body and the right of your upper back area. We'll go one more, blowing out, breathing in as we come back in, and then just put your knee down for a second in preparation for a bit of a quirky challenge. This might be on another video after, I'm not too sure, but anyway, look down to the floor, raise the right arm and left leg if you can to shoulder height and glute height, and then if you can just lift the toes of right foot off the ground and hold this nice and still, you'll be challenging your core stability. So just hold, and then put your hand and knee down. So if you get about 5 seconds with that, you'll be doing well. Okay then, so just targeting the other side of your abdominals then. Trace the sun going, we'll turn this way this time, so I'm not blinded. Okay, so we're gonna have spine comfortably down to the floor, folks, and your hands under your lower back. If the gap is there, just go ahead, round your lower back, take your hands out, ready to go on your right side. So right leg straightened out on the ground, right hand behind your head, lift your left arm above left shoulder, breathe in, exhale, drawing that tummy to the spine. Breathing in again. If you can now just peel your head and neck off the ground. So chin will be tucked into the chest, folks. Breathe in. Just lift that right heel a little bit off the floor. And if possible, take your left foot off the ground as well. Legs are nice and still. Blowing out, we lower the left arm down. Breathing in, we raise the left arm up. So we're just getting isolation on the right side of the core abdominals here. Breathing in and blowing out. Nice steady tempo, just maybe 5 phases of lowering and lifting with the left arm. So that's 4. Breathing in, up, blowing out, going down. Breathing in, raise the hand, put your head down. That's 1. Okay, that's the first of 3. So just raising legs to tabletop, knees together bent, feet together glued, core abdominals drawn into the spine, hands supporting that head behind your head there. So take the breath, exhale out, just peel the head and neck off the ground with chin tucked in. That might be enough. If you can though, straighten out the right leg to the height of your left foot. Take a breath in again, just lower your right foot a bit closer to the floor. That might be enough for you, but if possible, with chin tucked in, right arm alongside right thigh, maybe raise left arm above left shoulder now. So we're just holding this move nice and still as well, folks, making this side really shake. If you need a hand behind head, just put your left hand there, or if possible, just keep the left arm raised, right arm straight. Hold and squeeze for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and the head can go down. Recovery breath in, and we'll stretch out the left leg straight in front. And now we come to our final test of this abdominal squeeze. Right leg is half table bent, fingers interlocked, placed onto the front of your right thigh. So breathe in, guys, exhale out, draw the tummy in. Breathing in again, we lift the left heel slightly off the floor. We just start pressing hands hard into that right thigh. And if possible, as you breathe in, just try and bring your head and neck off the ground, chin tucked in, really squeeze now into that right thigh with your hands. Squeeze and hold, press for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, goodness me. Okay, so just stretch off that right side of your lower back next. Right arm to the right straight, left hand on right knee. Push it over, guys, over to the left of the mat. And if you can, turn head to the right shoulder. Feel it around there. That lower back side. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so just maybe wrap your hands over the knees again. Just a little bit of rotation stir. Deep breaths in through nose, out through mouth. Shake the feet off, and just carefully come back up onto the all fours. Last phase now for this one. So again, alignment, straightened arms, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, a fairly flat back. Just as long as you're not curved or arched, somewhere in between. Core abdominals sucked in. And let's see, this time it's right leg behind us. It's not actually, it's going to be, yes it is, it's going to be right leg straight behind. Left arm up to share shoulder height, right leg up to the height of your glute. Just a little bit of lowering and lifting them at a steady tempo. Limbs nice and level, upper back and glute. Getting the contraction with this, okay? Good for your posture, this one as well. Lower and lift, then put your hand and toe down. Breathe in for recovery. Keep your core tight, try and keep the head still. throughout this next move as well. So we raise the left arm and the right thigh up, nice and still with the head, folks, but a straight left arm to the left and a straight right leg to the right, just to a distance you can manage it with. Blowing out and breathing in. Nice control, blowing out and breathing in. I've got one more time, left arm to the left, right leg to the right. Put your hand and toe down. Good little bit of contraction on your right side, you'll feel that hopefully okay. And then for the bonus ball, if you just raise left arm and right leg up straight again, nice and balanced, even with the toes of left foot off the floor, nice and still, holding on for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just give yourself a bit of stretch off. Stretch that right arm in front with your hand down flat. Just put the back of your left shoulder into the ground, rest on the side of your head. Good, stretch for the upper back, upper shoulder of your left. Breathe and recover. And then if you can, for this glute stretch, if you just have the outside of your left knee into the mat, okay? So you're not putting the entire knee in contact with the mat, folks, just this part, the outside part of the knee. And with your right leg stretched out behind you straight, we take the hands forwards and we just lower the head down. So we're just stretching into that left gluteal really deeply here, folks. As you can see, there's no pressure on the actual knee, the outside part only. 3, 2, and 1. So just carefully come out of it, take your time. All right, and we'll come into the other side of shoulder stretch. So left hand locked out in front and on, back of the right shoulder going down to the floor, lying on the side of your head, and just feeling that in the back of the right shoulder area. Okay, and now just position the back of your right leg in contact with the floor. Left leg is going to stretch out behind you straight, and if you just want to walk your hands forwards, drop your head down, that will really pull on the back of your right gluteal. So again, as you can see, the outside part of the knee is in contact with the floor, but keep that back leg straight as much as you can. Good for the gluteal. And then walk your hands back in. Okay, so that's just something you can do. You've got a spare 10 minutes every day just to keep ticking over in your core and your upper back and your glutes. If you do it 5 times a day, great. Just whenever you can squeeze it in, okay? Well done. Thanks for watching.